Until noon time today, 508-222-1320. Love to have you on the radio with us as we're, but first of all, I want to thank Cindy Gilman and remind everybody.
That was
that
good.
Cindy, yeah, terrific. Cindy is at cindygilman.com. And because of the rush around and the different things, and I was stuck up against my hard break over here.
Yeah.
But we'll have Cindy back.
Oh, yes.
I also want to
Oh, I
find out
can
what
give
it
a
was
report on my neck.
she got from Nikki at 15. I'll find out what that's about.
Yeah.
To my right, your left, as you look at the radio, is Josh from no, it's Auditing America. Is that yours?
Yeah, no, that's Anselmo Morales. He started on YouTube. My
Right.
channel is Accountability for All.
Accountability
I'm a reporter
for-
for Auditing America.
Right. Okay. And Josh, I contacted. Well, I wanted to initially get a hold of Anselmo because he did stuff in Rhode Island that areas where I recognized.
Mhm.
And then Josh got back to me, and they were both supposed to be here today, but Anselmo ran into something, and so he couldn't be here.
Yeah, he'd love to join by phone if you can have him in.
Absolutely.
I sent you his number.
You sent me his
Yeah,
number?
you should have it.
Can he call me?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, you know, have you got his number? Give me his number.
It's
Well, not on the air, you know.
well, I just sent it to your text.
I know, but I can't get it now. You just write it down here, John.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll give him a call. And so we're talking about First Amendment audits. Now, First Amendment audits is when someone goes with a camera and just stands outside a building, a police department, a city hall, a company, some public place, and takes photos. And all of a sudden, they're surrounded by law enforcement, 4 and 5 police officers, 4 and 5 different people coming.
Can you imagine if they were there taking pictures in the brothel? How many people would show up to shut them down?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Well, if I
Get
can see
that
it, I can
camera
film it,
outta
so that's
here.
the next place I'm going.
Yeah, that'd be great, I'll tell you. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, let me see if I can, hold on, baby.
Like, this is Cookie and this is.
I know that. This is Banzai, and then, exactly.
This is
So tell us a
Banzai.
little, while I'm dialing up here, how did you get involved in doing this stuff?
So I've been a big fan, actually. The first channel I've ever subscribed to on YouTube was Auditing America, and it was great to be made aware of my rights and get a little bit more information. And I really wasn't active more than watching these guys on YouTube until one day a police officer, he was driving down the road. I was standing in front of a church. He yelled something out the window, and he turned his car and he drove the wrong way down a one-way and almost smashed into this old lady. So I yelled at him to drive safely. He gets out of the car, he demands ID, and at that point,
Anselmo? Yeah. This is Dave Kane, you're on the air at WARA, hi.
Hi Dave, how are you?
Very good, Josh is here, he's just talking about how he got involved in the First Amendment audits. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we're glad to have you. Now, my friend Donna is here also. Say hi, Donna, Anselmo, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Thank you very much. Now, Josh was just telling me, now I saw your stuff at, first of all, the thing that most impressed me or got my attention was your shooting at the Cranston Street Armory, because I'm from Rhode Island. And now, I saw your wrap-up as to what happened, but you're not done with that yet, right? Or are you?
Actually, yes, I'm done with it.
Well, I don't know how you can be, I don't know how to understand how you can be done with it, because this was a complete injustice to you. And although you made this plea deal, you can go back and get a second bite of this apple. Have you spoken to the ACLU?
Yes, they know who I am, but for some reason they never contact me. I tried contacting them, but they never contact me.
Why don't you call Steve Brown at the ACLU?
Yeah, I've spoken with him in person before.
Have you asked them to do something specifically?
Well, yes, he said he would take a look, and he seen a few of my videos, but, they pretty much don't care.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, you would think I was hoping they contact me,
Mm-hmm.
so we can try to hold these people accountable, but
He actually just released a video.
Really heard about you.
He just released a video on his page, Auditing America, and we did a long interview kind of covering all this. And his story behind it's actually pretty incredible about why he wound up taking the deal. And tell him.
Right, so here's, one of the people you need to talk to, and I know you were down there the other day, is Peter Nerona. Is the Attorney General.
Okay. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, I know he is.
All right. Now I'm gonna tell you, I've had some dealings with that office from two of his predecessors, and I can tell you that Mr. Nerona is a straight arrow, and he will hear you, and I know you can get an appointment with him. I hope you will also use my name when you call him. And I think you should have this conversation with him.
Oh, well, I'll give it a try. I'll try to set up an appointment.
Because when you watch these First Amendment audits, especially that Anselmo's been doing, he is respectful. He is just standing there with his camera, minding his own business, and people are coming over. I mean, he's getting triple teamed by police officers. And this is not unusual for these First Amendment guys. They know it, and women, they know it. But I'm amazed that. I mean, I thought this was a slam dunk, this Cranston thing, and it bothers me. And I may be making a couple of calls myself, but I want to wait and see how you do. I really think you ought to. I think you ought to revisit. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't do anything wrong, you know, and that day I got arrested for doing absolutely nothing wrong. And, you know, they framed me with disorderly conduct charges when I was never disorderly. I never even, you know, I was not doing any loud, unreasonable noises.
And the funny part about this is that it you're absolutely right. But the funny part is when they can't get you on what you've done, they get you on something you haven't done, which is disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct is, you know, saying, your mother's got army boots. You know, you can find yourself.
Disorderly conduct is the annoyed officer charge.
That's exactly
Yeah, that's
right.
the escalation charge. They use those words, disorderly, disruptive, disturbance. Because
Yeah.
when there's no first offense, that's how they try and escalate it.
Right.
I had the same issue yesterday at the Everett PD. I walked in, filming, and the guy tells me it's illegal to film. And it's legal for, it's not illegal to film. It's my first, I'm in a public place. And he agreed to that. He decided that it was illegal.
Yeah.
Well, policy isn't law. And that's the issue that he faced at Cranston.
And this is what people need to know. This is about your rights. This is about you having the freedom to be able to do what you want in America lawfully. And that's exactly what these guys are doing. And you're finding out the kind of attitude and the stunning ignorance of the people who have been sworn to uphold the Constitution.
And trained, you know,
Well,
allegedly.
yeah, but they're not trained. That's the
Well,
problem.
allegedly, yes.
They're not trained. That's exactly it, Donna. They're not trained. It drives you nuts.
And most people get, they just comply, and that's the hard thing. These are your rights. These are our rights. If you don't use them, you lose them, okay? And some people say, if an officer asks for ID, I'm giving ID. If they want to search me, I'm going to search me. You know, we had a revolution over a 1% tax. This is a huge deal. If someone asks you for ID unlawfully, they need reasonable suspicion, probable cause. You know, you're securing your person, your papers, and your effects, and your rights to move forward can't be impeded. You're safe against illegal search and seizure, because they see a camera. This is tyrant law. This is ego law.
And this argument about, if you've got nothing to hide, then you answer the question if you've got nothing to hide. Baloney.
Just wait your right.
That's exactly the wave you're right. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Ridiculous.
What really gets me is that police officers are the ones that are out there supposedly protecting our rights, right? But you would never get a police officer educating people on their rights. They never, they always, what they usually try.
They never know them.
Your rights.
Well, they can't tell you what they don't know, as Josh said. They can't explain it to you if they don't know how to run the car.
That's one of the big questions we ask. I say, so you're aware of the Constitution? They always say, yeah. Oh, can you tell it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to put me on? Yeah, what is it? First Amendment. Oh, I don't know.
Now, you're interesting to me. Now, have you got a litigious background? Have you been to law school?
No, I haven't been to law school.
Did you start doing this after you found this stuff, or did you
So I was
always?
super big in history, so I was aware of the Constitution. I'm college educated, but my first YouTube subscription was to Anselmo, and I started being aware of it, and
Okay.
cop pulled me over, and he wanted ID because I
Right.
told him to drive safely.
Right.
He's having this conversation with me Well,
Hello? Hello? Okay.
he had this conversation with me while he's in the middle of the street without his safety lights on. He's honking at an old lady. This is in Wakefield, Mass. And he's telling me, well, now I need ID. He's not constitutionally and legally asking for it. He's just exhibiting, a extreme level of tyrant. So that's what I started doing. I started doing what I saw in the videos. I became more aware of my rights. And after about 6 minutes, he took a walk of shame. He's asking me, he goes, well, I can stop. He said, is it a Terry stop? Can you put your hands up against the vehicle? Do you have anything illegal on you? Anything your car should know about? And when you do that role reversal and you, in a respectful manner, exhibit your rights, they're in a rock and a hard place because they're doing the wrong thing. And as long as you're doing the right thing, the Constitution's designed to protect you. And we can't give it back to them.
Okay, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, so Anselmo can answer us on the phone, and we'll take a break, and we'll be back on the other side. You're listening to Kane and Company, so pay attention. Good heavens.
On Thursday, August 22nd at 7 o'clock p.m. in
What is
Unlikely
that
Story in
beep?
Plainville.
Was that his phone beeping?
It had to be him. There's a phone call waiting, I'm guessing.
Based
Oh,
on
his,
real institutions,
his phone goes crazy. He gets requests from all over the world to do this. I mean, I've done it around Rhode Island with him.
I was surprised, he said he knew who I was.
Yeah, he was aware of who you were as a journalist being on the radio. He actually met that gentleman. We one of
Oh,
our
Steve Brown.
one of Nerona, one of our friends had the picture on this wall of shame because he was filming.
Yeah.
So Nerona has picture. So we went to Jamestown,
Right.
and when they had the AG party, and we were there with the commissioner. And he wouldn't take any of Anselmo's questions on camera. Knew who he was, the commissioner.
Well,
I know his constituents.
Because,
there.
yeah, but it also has to do with the case.
Right.
Cases, he can't be in that position. And you have to learn to understand that too.
But there are some sounds that can alert
You know,
to
some,
danger
you gotta
and
give
can
them a
help save
position where they
lives.
can answer.
Wireless emergency alerts, now on many mobile devices, use a unique sound and vibration to bring you information about severe weather events, Amber Alerts, or other emergencies in your area. With critical information from local sources you know and trust, you can be in the know, wherever you are. For more information, visit ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Try and go back between him and me so they can get his face on. You know what I mean?
You're both in it right now.
Hang on. All right, we're all back, 508-222-1320. I think Anselmo's back. Anselmo, you back? Hello? Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Okay, you all set now? Hello? Okay, good, great. You gotta chip in and get a phone that doesn't sound like you bought it from Disney World. What phone is that? Oh, it's your home phone. It's a landline? Okay, all right, good. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. So on some, what are you gonna do next? What's happening with you guys now? Are you still going to be shooting? You're still gonna be doing the First Amendment stuff?
Oh, I know I am. And I've been, Josh, I want to tell you that I've been watching.
Oh, this is not Anselmo. Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hold on,
brother.
this is not Anselmo. Hold on, who is this?
Oh, my name is Derek.
Okay, Derek. Okay, go ahead. You want to say something to Josh?
Go ahead, brother.
My name is Derek, and I am a cop watcher here in Minnesota. And Josh, I've been watching a lot of your videos, and I'm really impressed by it, how you stand up for your rights, and not only your rights, but my rights. And you talked about that, how the police use the line to alert you, kind of disorderly conduct, impeding investigation, all those kind of things. And I've seen that, and in fact, I actually, when I first started doing cop watching, I was taken down by a cop and arrested for it. I have the video and everything. Thank God for that, because I want my case.
Good.
All right, now I have to hold. I gotta hold you there because we got a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. But I thank you for your call.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, appreciate
Stay
it.
safe out there.
I'm trying to get a hold of our friend Anselmo to see if I can get him here. Hello. Oh, missed him. All right, we're having a little problem technically because I don't know why. 508-222-1320. Josh is here, and that's another thing that happens is these cities end up getting sued because so the taxpayer ends up paying a lot of money because of the police that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, everyone says, you're trying to get a reaction. And the thing is, like, one of my subscribers said, all I do is pull out a camera and they show who they are. A lot of auditors do things differently, some silent. I add a little bit of, humor into it to try and alleviate the tension. But when I go in there, in any of my videos on Auditing America or my channel, Accountability for All, you'll never see me directly approach the police first. I allow them to make first contact because the point of this is for them to say nothing. And I always maintain that the day I go into a police station, no one says anything to me, I get no more views, and I get no new subscribers on YouTube. That's the day we're making a difference. And that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. 508-222-1320. I'm making an attempt here to get a hold of Anselmo. Hello there. Hello? Okay,
He sounded like a woman.
Yeah.
It did sound like a woman. Let me try this one more time. Donna will tell you, I'm really good at this. Right, Donna?
Oh, yeah.
I'm really good at this.
That's very sad.
Yeah. So what do you think, Donna?
I think that the subscribers on YouTube thing is a good angle because people are making lots of money by doing that. The more subscribers you get, the more watchers you get, the more advertisements you get, the more money you get.
Yeah.
And you could quit your job.
That's a great thing about Auditing America. I reached out to them and gave them this video. He didn't know me from a hole in the wall. He's got 84,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And he called me back immediately and said, hey, this is a great video. He put me on. My channel's only been up for 8 days. I have 2,500 subscribers. I'm clearing 300 new ones a day. I'm still on every day at Auditing America. So he's not, and he didn't make any money off my videos. He didn't ask for any money. He's not only educating the public with Auditing America and protecting their rights, he's making sure other people are aware of theirs. And that's the biggest part of this movement. If you see something, film something. These are your rights, right? These are unalienable truths. You were guaranteed these when you were birthed in this great country. It's our Constitution, and if someone tries to impede your rights, you stand your ground. You might get arrested, right? However, the Constitution is designed to protect you. At the end of the day, there's people out there that have your back. So if you don't know what's going on, you're not aware of your rights, subscribe to Auditing America, subscribe to Accountability for All, watch a couple of these videos. I have a whole bunch of people sending me videos now that went out for their first time. And it's holding people accountable.
And it's teaching, it really is teaching the law enforcement the proper way to deal with this stuff. The more you see, I am seeing a trend, and I'm watching these all the time, and I see a trend where these officers, first of all, they say, oh, you're one of those, right?
That's
oh,
what I get.
Yeah.
You're one of
then,
those.
But then it changes, I'm seeing it change to, oh yeah, you're right, you have the right to, they're starting to pick up, they're starting to get the message.
Well, now they know
More
me.
and more.
Yesterday I was allowed into an accident scene. There was a huge car that crashed into a bunch of trees, and the cops didn't give me a hard time at all. And most of the time I'm getting recognized, and it says, oh, you're that guy from Auditing America, and the cops will just wave it by.
Yeah, but even more than that, I'm talking about they're understanding what the concept is, and they're understanding
yeah.
what the Constitution is, and their response, regardless of whether they know you, their response now has become more, oh, yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Yep,
oh,
and they're passing it along. We see it at post offices and police stations. They say, oh, word on the street. And they'll come out and they'll be super nice. And you know what? Even if it's if it's fake, just for the second that we're there, the biggest part is that they know what's going on, and they know that the eyes and the ears are watching and listening. And that's what's important.
Yeah, it really is, because we're going to be losing our opportunity to maintain the freedoms that we have. You know, this country was founded, first of all, by terrorists. It was founded by people who were chucking tea into the harbor, which at the time
Slave owners.
was a terrorist act. And so people need to understand that we need to stand up for this for yourselves. And this thing about, well, you're just being a troublemaker, or you're just looking for attention, or whatever goes on, really has no place in this argument. People need to understand more about what we are about.
That the tree of liberty should be time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. It maintains an equal balance. That's what this country was started on, like not too far from here. And we got to keep that freedom alive, and we got to hold the, and it's going to take, and not all cops are bad. Most people think we hate all the cops. I don't hate cops. I hate bad cops. I've happened to meet a lot of them.
How do you
But-
subscribe to Auditing America?
So you can go on, he's got a Facebook page. You can go
Or
on
to you,
Facebook.
we'll
or
talk
you can-
about yours.
So you can go on YouTube and you can go to the channel, right? And you can type in Auditing America. You can see me regularly on there. You can see all these great audits that Anselmo is doing.
And yours is what? Yours is,
Accountability for all.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we get some great content on there, and it's great to give back to the community because that's what I feel like I'm doing.
So you just sign up for it.
You can actually go as a guest and watch any of these videos. Check us out by typing it into the search engine, and you don't have to solely check us out. There's people
There's
all
plenty
over
of-
the
We
world.
had Philip on from High Desert Community.
You told me that.
Terrific.
And San Joaquin Valley Transparency, they're out in California. He's phenomenal.
California. I love watching this stuff. And the trouble is that it gets my blood pressure up. That's the only problem. Other than that, it's.
It hasn't been too low for years, and it's.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. We've only got a couple of minutes left. Maybe we can get Anselmo to come back too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You got her phone number? I like that.
And so I want to thank you for being here, and
My pleasure.
please
Thank
thank
you.
Anselmo for me too.
My
We'll
pleasure.
get him when he can come in here, you guys. We'll do this all over again. We
I'd
have
like to
do-
take you on a guest audit. The offer stands. Take you with us.
Okay, I'll take a ride, we'll do that. I know you can hear this, of course, I mean, on the archive as well.
Can I come and visit you when you're in the Slammer?
No,
Bail us out.
you know, because you always want. Hi, you're on W. Hello once, hello twice. Nobody there, okay. So anyway, we're having a good technical day today. You know?
Technical difficulties, that's.
All of them. I have Cindy back too because she's flustered my guests and proved that I am really the pain down this neck. We're gonna do this again next Sunday. I mean, next Saturday. Not Sunday. Hello. Now my
Are you giving a show, you're from Kansas? Okay.
back, and we're gonna spend a lot more time when we have them back talking about this.
Oh, yes.
And we'll invite you then, of course, to chime in and to get your perspective would be great. Someone who's got an experience in law.
Appreciate
like
your
you do.
service to the community. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks a lot. Bye-bye. We gotta wrap it up. I start this show every day with, every time I'm on, with saluting all police and fire personnel. I still feel that I want people to know that it's not about the good cops, it's about the bad cops that we have to educate. And I hope you remember that. I'll say bye to Josh again, and Danielle, and Auntie Donna, they're gonna do that thing to us. And when we wrap, we wanna remind you, we'll be back next week, but here's the guy that does that thing.
We must be going. I cannot stay, I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same, I must be going.
All right, I hope you join me in here at 508-222-1320. Sneak in your last ta-ta. In the meantime, next week we have some other surprises for you, of course. And I really want to get these guys back because I don't think we've had a chance to really just begin to scratch the surface of this topic and how important it is, okay? All right. And it's Auditing America, okay? Or you go on YouTube, just type in Auditing America, or you can go to their website, auditingamerica.com. And also, accountability.
For all. Accountability for
Hold on
all.
a second.
Accountability for all.
For all, thank you. And you can check them, you can subscribe to them, because the larger the audience they get, the more attention they'll get from advertisers, which is important because this costs money to do, you know. It's not just somebody got nothing to do on the way home from work and jumps out of the car, although it does happen that way too. These people are dedicated and they're trying to make something happen for you. Which of course means you're making it happening for us too. And finally, I will remind you that in the end, the love you take from this world is equal to the love you make in the world. See you again next Saturday morning. Be the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Say goodbye, Auntie Donna.
Goodbye, Auntie Donna.
Thank you. 4 Deep Sports is next on WARA. But first, Bob, he steps to the microphone in his tuxedo, little short guy, and he says to everybody,
To WARA, 13:30 a.m.
all right.
So Dave, you gonna subscribe?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that.
Hold on, guys. Let's face the other way.
I would have thought that you would have subscribed.
Guys,
Oh,
thank you. Let's get. What's going on, guys? I'm here with Dave.